Hello, and welcome to Realizations with Clarissa, a podcast sharing weekly lessons on productivity through well being. I'm your host, Clarissa Dunan, and every week I'll be sharing stories, realizations, and the lessons I'm learning while I'm figuring out paano ba magkaroon ng more fulfilling relationships, lasting happiness, and productivity, both at home and at work. Expect tips on how you can enjoy a quiet mind every day and feel more confident and secure at marami pang iba to bring more positive feelings into your day. If you are ready to explore these realizations with me, remember to follow and subscribe so you never miss an episode. And if you enjoy the podcast, please leave us a rating and a review. It will really help us to reach and inspire more listeners. Together, we can spread positive feelings even further. Thanks for listening and enjoy the show. Happy New Year! And hindi lang New Year ang isi-celebrate this episode, kundi happy birthday to me. Birthday ko this January 6th. Oh, happy 45th birthday. Nagladlad na ng edad. And ang topic natin today ay related sa birthdays and new beginnings. Yan, I'm aware na, syempre, maraming tao, may mga New Year's resolution, may mga bagong goals, o baka may nilook forward na big change this 2025. And I'd like to share with you my own stories around new beginnings and kung ano yung mga natutunan ko, ano yung mga mistakes ko, ano yung mga naging challenges, and hopefully meron sa mga stories and lessons na ma-share ko sa inyo ang makaresonate kayo and also inspire you para sa sarili nyong journey this 2025. So first and foremost sa career, ayan, nakailang beses na akong nag-start over. Pati sa courses, ang dami ko din naging courses. So una, nag-philosophy ako sa UP Diliman and then nag-shift ako to business administration na hindi alam ng parents ko. So sinunod ko lang talaga yung kumbaga tawag ng damdamin ko na ayoko ng philosophy, gusto ko business administration. And then tinapos ko yun and then ang gusto kasi ng parents ko lalo ng tatay ko maging lawyer. So growing up, kumbaga ginugroom na ako noon na maging lawyer. Ang tawag nga sa akin ng tatay ko, attorney. Pero after ko graduate, di ako nag-law. Sabi ko, ay, gusto kong maging programmer kasi nakita ko mga programmer nasa ibang bansa. Yan. So, sabi ko, kaso lang business administration ang course ko. Paano ako magiging programmer nito? So, inaral ko kung paano ba makapasa bilang programmer. So, kung ano-ano yung mga inaral ko, self-study, mga abstract reasoning, kung ano-anong mga um, exam para sa mathematical ability, mga ganyan. So, to cut the long story short, nakapasa naman to become a programmer. So, for 6 years, naging programmer ako. Pero doon ko na-realize, sabi ko, parang hindi para sa akin to. Na-experience yun na ba yun na parang gustong-gusto mo. Yun talaga, yung pinaghirapan mo, diba? Against all odds, yun yung talagang um, hinabol mo talaga. Pero nung nandun ka na, ay, parang hindi ito yung gusto ko. Oh, right. So yun yung na-experience ko after 2 years. After 2 years as a programmer, sabi ko parang hindi ito yung strength ko, hindi ito yung nagpapalagablab sa puso ko. Parang hindi ito yung passion ko. Pero nagstay pa din ako because it was alright. It was paying me well. Pero nung 6 years na ako sa IT world, yan, nagka-cancer yung tatay ko at inalagaan ko siya. So, labas-pasok siya sa hospital. Nakwento ko to nung sa episode 1. And then, habang inaalagaan ko siya, dun ako nag-decide to shift into a different career. Kasi sabi ko, hindi na nga ako masaya sa programming. Saan ba ako magiging masaya? Tapos nung nakita ko yung mga nurses na nag-aalaga sa tatay ko, sabi ko, wow, very fulfilling yung trabaho nila. Grabe yung connection sa tatay ko, sa aming pamilya. Sabi ko, napaka-rewarding ng trabaho nila. And then, bonus na din is yung, kumbaga, potential to work abroad. Pero yun nga, sabi ko, o yan, matututunan ko paano alagaan yung tatay ko. So yun, nag-aral ako ng nursing. And after that, nag akong nursing teacher. Yan. So, 2 years ako nagturo sa school and then nagturo din ako sa review center sa iba't ibang probinsya. So, I really, really, really enjoyed teaching. Yan. Sabi ko, wow, passion ko yung mag-share ng alam ko at i-groom yung mga tao na mag-excel sa kung saan nila gustong makapasa, kung saan nila gustong mag-build din ng career. O kaya din siguro ako ito, nagpo-podcast. O yan. Kasi I really love teaching. But then at that time, after 2 years, yan, na-offeran ako ng opportunity to start a business. So, 2011 yon. Sabi ko, grabe, wala akong alam sa pag-run ng sarili kong business. Paano ba yan? Sabi ko, hindi ako marunong kung paano ko mausap ng tao, mag-sales, etc. And then, dun ko din na-experience yung tipong grabe talaga. Syempre kapag nasa business ka, nasa sales, syempre nandyan yung rejection. So talagang kailangan ko matutunan paano i-handle yung emotions ko and how to earn. O syempre kapag business yan, hindi yan kinsenas, di ba? So kailangan mo talagang aralin kung paano ka kumita sa sarili mong business. And then at that time din, nung bago pa lang ako sa business ko, I lost my job. So na-terminate ako dun sa trabaho ko. No, sabi ko ito na. So I'd have to really make this work yung business ko. Although nag-try din naman akong maghanap ng work, pero parang wala na dun yung puso ko kasi parang gusto ko na challenge ako to really learn how to become an entrepreneur. So fast forward, ayan, o di ba 13 years na ako na businesswoman and it was not easy pero ang natutunan ko was everything can be learned. Everything can be learned basta gusto mo talaga. And at that time, nung nag-uumpisa pa lang ako, lahat ayaw, lahat ng, ng mga mahal ko sa buhay, okay, talagang hindi nagsusupport doon sa decision ko. Pero ang natutunan ko is, kumbaga, walang ibang makakapigil sa akin kundi ako lang. So, basta alam ko kung ano ang gusto ko, okay, at willing akong matuto, kayang-kaya ko yan. And true enough. And habang tumatagal din yan, na-realize ko, sabi ko, there's something more that I want to do, something more that I want to achieve, bigger impact, something that could live in the lives of many families, yung impact kumbaga na maiiwan ko even after I'm gone. Parang sabi ko, paano ko magagawa yun? So, habang tumatagal yan, nahanap ko yung coaching. So yan, sabi ko, grabe, coaching, paano ba maging coach? Nag-aral ulit ako, katakot-takot na courses. And then I found out na nung nagko-coach na ako ng, kumbaga, tunay na tao, hindi na yung tipong habang nag-aaral. Kasi syempre may mga practice coaching. Sabi ko, grabe, ang saya-saya ko, natutuwa ako sa impact, sa transformation, sa change. And of course, sarili ko muna, syempre, I'm also coaching myself. O, di ba? Syempre, marami akong mga inayos din sa sarili kong confidence, sa mindset ko, etc. So, sabi ko, grabe, no? So, to cut the long story short, ang dami ng cut the long story short, nakailang beses na pala ako, no, na nagpalit ng career. And yun din for me, syempre hindi lahat doon yung tipong talaga grabe. Naging super duper successful ako. Like for example, sa IT okay lang naman, pero yun nga I quit. I stopped after 6 years sa nursing. I stopped after 2 years of teaching. Diba? So would I call those failures? Would I call those mistakes? And deep in my heart, I wouldn't call them failures or mistakes. Kasi sabi ko, grabe, dun ko natutunan yung maraming skills. Dun ko natutunan kung ano yung hindi para sa akin. Di ba? So, kumbaga, I learned how to give myself permission to do what I wanted, to live fully and authentically, na kumbaga, although at that time, di ba, yun yung tawag ng puso ko, yung mga course na tinake ko noon, yung trabaho na inumpisahan ko noon, di ba, although hindi yun yung kumbaga lifetime na naging trabaho ko, at that time, that's what I really wanted. Tinanong ko din sarili ko, was I wrong? Was I wrong to take those courses and to have those jobs? And deep in my heart, hindi din. It was not wrong for me because I was following the path na akala ko yun yung gusto ko talaga. And then I realized it was not the path for me. So kumbaga nalaman ko kung na hindi yun yung calling ko talaga. Okay, so kumbaga what I'm trying to say, it's okay to be wrong. It's okay to make mistakes. It's okay na meron tayong decision, meron tayong ginawa, pero hindi naman pala yan yung pang forever na natin. It's okay kasi how would I find out na hindi yun yung para sa akin kung hindi ako naglakas ng loob na i-explore at alamin talaga yung sagot. 'Di ba? And yun nga, nung maging programmer ako, wala naman akong background sa programming. Nung maging entrepreneur ako, nung maging coach, I always started messy. Mali-mali. Naaalala ko pa noon habang ginagawa ko yung mga unang programs, umiiyak talaga ako kasi sabi ko parang grabe. Yung mga kasabayan ko, mga computer programming ang course nila, ang dadali. Pumapasok talaga ako ng kahit holiday, pumapasok ako noon ng kahit weekend para lang maka-catch up. So, parang kumbaga, it's part of the process, yung starting messy. Okay? And yun nga, when I shifted sa course, when I shifted sa bagong career, when I shifted to entrepreneurship and even to coaching, maraming tao syempre nga ang hindi supportive kasi kumbaga okay ka naman na bakit ka pa ba hanap ng kung ano-anong course, kung ano-anong career, 'di ba? Calling, mga kung ano-ano, 'di ba? Kumbaga I was disliked. I was disliked for my decisions. But that's all right. Na kumbaga pangarap ko naman 'to, hindi naman nila 'to pangarap. So kumbaga I don't need their approval. It's okay for me to share with them what I want in my own life, but not because I want their approval. 'Di ba? So kumbaga kaya ako na-share 'to kasi yan sa marami kong nakita, marami kong mga nakausap, and then sa mga nakakausap ko din through coaching, maraming fears. Oh, ito yung gusto ko, pero kasi natatakot ako magkamali. Pag pinili ko yung ganito, baka mali yung choice ko, mali yung piliin ko, so hindi na lang ako pipili. 'Di ba? Ilang taon na hindi makatulog, kakaisip ano ba talaga yung desisyon? Ano yung iisipin ng ibang tao? Right? Hindi payag si mama, hindi payag si papa, ayaw ng asawa ko, ayaw ng ganyan. Right? And it's normal to have those fears. Kasi syempre, mga importanteng tao yan sa buhay natin. Di ba? Yung nakatulong talaga sa akin is to, even up to now, is to being true to myself. Living authentically. Na kumbaga, basta importante kung ano yung tinatawag ng puso ko, sige, do my best to follow that. Kasi kumbaga, life is short. Oh, 'di ba? Kailan ko pa ba bibigyan yung sarili ko na opportunity to find out if that will work for me or not? Right? So I wasn't scared. I wasn't scared of making mistakes. Syempre may mga time na ilang beses din ako nag-isip, oh, paano 'yan? Kung iiwan ko ang IT, paano 'yan kapag ganito maging businesswoman ako? So, but then kumbaga, kapag hindi tayo takot magkamali, ang dami nating pwedeng ma-experience, ang dami nating pwedeng ma-accomplish. 'Di ba? So instead of thinking na, ayoko magkamali, ayokong ayokong magkaroon ng wrong decision. 'Di ba? So let's put that fear aside and change that. 'Di ba? Kasi if we make a mistake, that's not kumbaga the end of the world. If we make a mistake, it's an opportunity for us to learn. If we fail at something, it's not really permanent failure kasi we always learn from that. Tulad ko, nag-fail ako doon sa, ah, kumbaga hindi nag-work yung pagiging programmer ko, hindi nag-work yung pagiging nursing teacher ko, or yung career ko sa nursing, right? But then, I learned. I learned a lot and I found a path that really makes me say, oh, I'm being true to myself. Kasi yun nga, dun ko nakita na, ay wow, tama para sa akin yung pagiging businesswoman, tama para sa akin yung pagkakaroon ng freedom na piliin anong oras ako magtatrabaho, anong araw ako magtatrabaho, etc. So, syempre, iba-iba tayo. Kung ano yung gusto mo, kung ano yung tawag ng puso mo, go. 'Di ba? Kung ayaw mo na sobrang palakihin yung kung ano man na career mo o business mo, that's fine. Basta ang importante, it's what you want. Huwag tayong matakot to be true to ourselves. Huwag tayong matakot to go against what other people want for us. Kasi it's our own life. Lahat ng tao may iba-ibang opinion yan. O ito ang dapat mong gawin, dapat ganito ka lang, dapat hindi mo gawin yan, etc. But it's not their life. Diba? It's your life. At kung ikaw, you are not being true to yourself, whose life are you living? Diba? I want you to experience living life that's truly yours. That you have the courage to pursue the kind of life, the kind of relationship, the career, the contributions that you want to make in this world. Diba? Go! Sundin mo yan. Kasi kung hindi, tatawag yan ang tatawag sa'yo. At kapag ikaw, di ba, hindi mo nilakasan yung loob mo to answer that, yan yung tinatawag na life of regret. And I really hope you're not living that right now. And most especially, not in the future. Not have that regret in the future. And you have that opportunity right now. Diba? So don't be afraid. And wag mo nang hintayin na maging certain na tipong, dapat sigurado ako na magiging successful ako dito bago ako mag-decide. No, kasi walang certainty sa buhay. Wala nga tayong certainty kung hanggang kailan lang tayo sa mundo. Diba? Wala tayong certainty kung hanggang kailan lang natin kasama ang ilan nating mahal sa buhay. Right? Walang certainty. So if you wait for certainty, you will be waiting forever. You'll be waiting for a very, very long time. So it's okay to have uncertainty. So ako for me binago ko yung how I view uncertainty. It excites me. Kasi hindi ko alam hindi ko alam. Imbis na matakot ako, di ko alam magiging successful ba ako diyan, magwo-work ba to? 'Di ba? It excites me. Oh, what's beyond that? 'Di ba? What can I learn? What impact can I create in this world? What new skills will I learn? Ano yung mga personal struggles ko na matututunan kong i-overcome kapag in-embrace ko yung uncertainty na yan and go after what I really want. So, don't wait for everything to be clear. Don't wait for you to be very, very sure and for you to be 100% ready before you take action. No. Kasi, ito ang natutunan ko. It's not the planning, it's not all the beautiful vision. Siyempre maganda yan, nakakatulong yan, yung planning vision. Pero kung ilang taon ka nang nagpa-planning, ilang taon ka nang nag-visualize, wala ring magagawa yan hanggat sa hindi ka nag-a-action. Okay, so ang natutunan ko, it's action that brings clarity. Kapag nag-action ka, tapos nakita mo na, okay, nag-action ka, dun mo na-realize ay hindi para sa iyo 'yan. O 'di ba nagkaroon ka ng clarity. So ngayon kumbaga mas papalapit ka na ng papalapit doon sa bullseye. 'Di ba? So action brings clarity and confidence. Kasi kapag nag-action ka kahit 'yan, hindi ka pa magaling diyan, hindi ka pa marunong, o diyan nabibuild yung confidence mo. At kapag confident ka, syempre mas maganda yung nagiging resulta mo. People trust you more, and syempre ikaw you feel better, 'di ba? Na mas madali ka ding maka-accomplish ng mga bagay-bagay because yan nga syempre wala nang mga obstacles when it comes to confidence, self-esteem, your abilities. Okay? So yan, motto ko yan, action brings clarity and confidence. And so every action, kahit man yan nagkamali ka, kahit man yan messy, kahit man yan eventually, yun nga, it didn't work out, every action leads to what? To learning. It leads to confidence. So eventually, pag nag-pile up yan, learning and confidence, that will eventually lead you to the results that you want. So kumbaga, walang nasasayang. Walang nasasayang sa bigger picture na yan. Kung hindi tayo mag-action, ano nangyari? Oh, grabe, ang daming fears of making mistake, fears of what other people will say, tama ba tong decision ko, anong sasabihin. Kapag puro ganon, we're stuck in our head, we're not able to act, no action equals, you're stuck. No action equals no learning. Okay, samantalang kapag nag-action ka, nagkamali ka man, that's still progress because you learn. at alam mo na how to do better next time. So yan yung mga natutunan ko sa nakailang beses ko ding pagpalit ng course or yan ng career. Everything can be learned. Everything can be learned. And what's important is kumbaga, ikaw sinusunod mo kung ano yung tawag ng puso mo. Kasi that's for me that's more fulfilling kaysa trabaho ka ng trabaho, nagpapagod ka ng nagpapagod, hindi naman pala yan yung gusto mo. Sayang din, wala din kumbaga fulfillment. Hi, it's me again. It's break time. Meron tayong bagong webinar. I hope maraming mga naka-attend noong previous webinar na paano magsimula ulit. So, ang sunod nating webinar ay sa January 7 naman. So, ito ay, tantadadan, paano ba matupad ang New Year's resolution? Yes, kasi di ba maraming tao, pag nagsulat ng goal o nagsulat ng New Year's resolution, oh, nakaka-relate ako dyan kasi ako dati ganun din. No? After a few days, wala na. Oh, 'di ba? Tapos na-frustrate na ay hindi ko talaga kayang gawin. So paano 'yan mapuputol yung ganyang sumpa? So attend this free webinar. Paano ba matupad ang New Year's resolution on January 7? So just click the link sa baba ng description para makaregister kayo sa free webinar na to. Yan. So balik na tayo sa episode. Okay, so yan. So sa career, and then sa love life. Yeah. Oh, taas ang kamay ng mga ilang beses na din nag-umpisa sa love life. Nag-umpisa ulit. Yan. So I started over a few times. Oh, late bloomer ako, late bloomer. So nasa mid-20s na ako nung mag-start akong mag-date. And yan, ewan ko ba, yun, nung nasa Pilipinas ako, basta parati akong nababasted. Yan, parating nababasted. Even if kumbaga nagsa-start pa lang mag-date o nakailang months na mag-date, parating nakikipag-break o parating, oh, so it's not you, it's me. Yung mga ganyang linya, ilang beses ko na narinig yan. Hanggang sa eventually nung 29 years old na ako, yan, dun nag-propose sa akin yung fiancé ko, yan. But then, 2 weeks before the wedding, yan, 2 weeks before the wedding, nung magta 30 years old na ako, hindi, 30 years old na ako noon, nag-back out siya 2 weeks before the wedding. So, malapit nang mag-Christmas yun eh, yun na ikakasal kami. So, nag-back out siya, syempre heartbroken ako. Lahat ng pera ko din, lahat ng savings ko, naubos kasi napunta syempre sa pag-prepare ng kasal. And then, syempre lahat ng tao, na makita ako or mag-chat sa akin, magko-congratulate, kumusta na, kumusta ang bagong kasal, yung mga tipong ganon, ilampung beses. Sabi ko, shucks, pwede bang maano muna, ma-erase na, kumbaga ma-erase muna ako sa mga, ano to, sa lahat ng mga online na to, kasi lahat nangungumusta, nagko-congratulate. And so it was really devastating, so financially, emotionally. And then, yung sumunod kong relationship naman nun, akala ko yun na kasi kababata ko. Pero doon sabi ko, worse pa pala yun. Kasi that was the time na parang, kumbaga, ang baba ng tingin ko sa sarili ko. Kasi nga, syempre, iniwan nung fiancé. And then yung sumunod kong relationship, parang kumbaga, nagtumuloy doon sa story nung failed relationship na tipong, oh, wala nang magmamahal sa'yo, walang lalaking magpapakasal sa'yo, diba? You're not good enough, you're not lovable, walang lalaking nang magre-respeto sa'yo. So, he was saying all those things while we were in a relationship. So, you can just imagine kung paano yung mga breakup. He broke up with me every week. So, this is not supposed to be a sad story, So, what I'm trying to say is, maraming beses akong nadapa sa love life, sa relationship, 'di ba? Pero ang kumbaga ang very thankful ako. Yan, ultimately I did not believe in their opinions of me. Syempre sa umpisa magdududa din ako sa sarili ko na tipong lovable ba talaga ako, acceptable ba talaga ako. Ba't lagi akong iniiwan? Bakit ganyan ang mga sinasabi nila sa akin? Maybe I'm a bad person. Pero after some time, I think mabilis din lang naman na get over ko yun. Sabi ko, no. Bawat tao may opinion. May opinion sila sa akin. And just because it's their opinion doesn't mean it's the truth about me. Kasi ako may mga opinion din ako sa ibang tao, may mga likes and dislikes ako sa pagkain, sa damit, etc. Same din lang 'yon. So my worth does not depend on how other people see me. My worth does not depend on what other people say about me. So yun yung sobrang nakatulong sa akin so that kumbaga ako tuloy-tuloy lang na sa buhay ko, sa paghanap ng, kumbaga, better relationship, and of course, yung pag-improve ko din sa sarili ko. So sabi ko, syempre, I'm not perfect. Hanggang ngayon, syempre, meron pa akong wino-work sa sarili ko. Mas lalo na noon kasi hindi pa ako nagpa-personal development noon. Pero lagi akong naniwala na I can always learn. I can always learn. Sabi ko, kurso nga di ba? Nakailang kurso ako, natutunan ko din. Diba? So, kaya kong matutunan how to improve. Kaya ko ding matutunan how to have a better relationship next time. Diba? So, ang isa pang nakatulong sa akin is although maraming nag-reject sa akin. Okay? Rejection after rejection. As long as I do not reject myself, I'll be okay. I'll be okay. Kumbaga, if there's no enemy within, there's no enemy without. So, yun yung pinanghawakan ko hanggat sa tanggap ko yung sarili ko, I have compassion, I can forgive myself, I'm willing to learn, I'm willing to grow, I'll be okay. Diba? Kung ayaw nila sa akin, edi wag. O, diba? Sino naman ang gustong pilitin ng ayaw? O, diba? Move on. Next, please. O, diba? So, ganon. And yun, finally, yes. O, diba? Yan, nung 2013, kinasal ako. And yan, 11 years na kaming married. Siyempre, tulad ng lahat ng marriage, up and down, up and down. Especially sa first 10 years. Pero sabi ko, grabe nga yung belief na I can always learn, I can always improve. Yan. Sabi ko, grabe. After 10 years, nabulsay din. Nabulsay. Di ba? Na-share ko sa inyo yung, wow, ganito. Madali pala no maging happily married. Although yung first 10 years, hindi madali. Diba? Talagang it took a lot of personal development, trial and error kung paano mag-set ng boundaries, paano mag-communicate, paano maging assertive, how to communicate what I want, how to understand what he wants. Pero ang pinakamalaking naging impact sa marriage ko, yung nag-sink in sa akin, to just enjoy him, focus on enjoying him. And then, shinare ko din sa kanya yon, why not you focus on enjoying me as well. One agreement tayo. One agreement. We will just focus on enjoying each other. And sobrang nag-work. Siyempre, pag may mga times na, kumbaga, may mga challenges, kung kailangan talagang pag-usapan, pag-uusapan pa din. Pero kumbaga, grabe. Yun yung naka 180 degrees. Wala nang balikan. Sabi ko, grabe. And I'd like to share that in one of the episodes na darating. Baka sa February kasi Valentine's. So sabi ko, grabe no, kaya nating matutunan kahit ano. Yan, yung mga ilang beses kong pag-start over sa career, ilang beses pag-start over sa love life. And the third one, the last one that I'd like to share with you kasi baka abutin tayo ng ilang oras dito sa daldal ko kakashare sa inyo, ay yung sa mental health ko. Na-share ko sa inyo yung story ko, right? Sa episode 1, how I struggled with mental health after namin mag-migrate from Philippines, Australia to UK, and nag-a-adjust sa marriage, nag-a-adjust sa Down syndrome ng anak ko, and then sa career ko, and then kung ano-ano pa, mga hindi ko pa natututunan before, nag-pile up, nag-pile up, nag-pile up. And sobrang dami kong hindi pa alam noon. Hanggang ngayon, syempre, meron pa akong mga inaaral, ini-improve sa sarili ko, pero noon talaga grabe as in, ang dami kong di nakita noon. And ang core ng lahat ng yon, ang core belief na feeling ko na nag-cause noong struggle ko talaga with my mental health was the belief that it's bad to show signs of weakness. It's bad to show signs of weakness. Yung pala yung punot dulo ng suffering ko. Kasi dati, syempre, nakailang training din ako as an entrepreneur, as a leader, etc. Grabe, yung mindset na tipong, grabe, kailangan matatag ka, pag leader ka. Yun yung lagi kong mindset. No, mentor ka, leader ka, etc. Ganito ka dapat. Walk the talk, mga kung ano-ano. Na pero, kumbaga, nagkaroon ako ng incomplete interpretation of that. Di ba? Na dapat malakas ako lagi. Kapag ako nagkaroon ng negative thought or negative emotion, it's bad, it's a sign of weakness. Okay? So, for me, that's my biggest mistake. Pero syempre okay lang kasi natutunan. Kumbaga, it's also the doorway for me to learn everything I'm sharing with you. Kaya nga ako nag-start ng podcast na to, di ba? To share everything I've learned along the way. So I don't consider that as, kumbaga, as a bad mistake. I needed that. I needed that so that I could learn, so that I could see what I couldn't see. Diba? So kumbaga yun ang naging doorway papunta sa happiness, papunta sa healing, papunta sa recovery. So I don't regret that. So ang daming lessons na natutunan ko. Siyempre marami dyan, i-share ko sa mga episodes. Pero kumbaga i-summarize ko yung mga top lessons na natutunan ko. Nahabi ko, number one, it's okay to have signs of weakness. It's okay to have negative thoughts. It's okay to have negative emotions. It's okay to have those raw, scary feelings. Dati, dahil hindi ko tanggap yon, kala ko nga, mali, pangit, weak, di ba? Lagi kong nire-resist. Oh, umalis ka dyan, bawal ka dito, umalis ka dyan, right? Resistance, resistance. I was always running away from those feelings. Di ba? So natutunan ko, no, I don't need to run away from those feelings because it's those feelings that make me human. You and I, well, we're designed to have feelings. The more we run away from those feelings, the more that we don't acknowledge them, the more that we hate those feelings, the more na hindi natin yun mahihil. So yun yung natutunan ko na if I have feelings na masakit, nakakatakot, I pause and breathe. And then I just sit down with the feeling. Inaalam ko asan yung feeling, saan ko nafe-feel. Yan, minsan sa chest, minsan dito sa likod ng leeg ko, minsan sa ulo, minsan sa tiyan. And dun ako nagfo-focus. Ano ang size and shape niya? Ano ang quality ng sensation niya? Is it dense? Is it light? And then I slowly relax and open the feeling. Hanggang sa kumbaga ma-realize ko, grabe, totally relax na. So, ang lesson ko dun ay, wow, lahat ng feeling kayang-kaya kong i-handle. Kahit ano yan, kahit mabigat, kahit nakakatakot, kayang-kaya kong i-handle. Because anyway, yung feeling na yun, it's fear. It's fear. And and it's okay to be scared. It's okay to have fear kasi it's part of being human. But it doesn't mean na yun na yung magpapatakbo ng buhay ko to be always scared forever. Wala na akong magawa sa buhay. Wala na akong ma-accomplish kasi lagi na lang scared. No. Di ba? So I just embrace my humanity. I embrace my feelings. And just sit down with it. I don't run away from it. Minsan makakalimutan ko pa din na, okay, oh, okay, Clarissa, breathe and get in touch with it. So, kumbaga, the only way out is through it. Oh, di ba? So, hindi na ako takot kahit ano ma-feel ko, fear, o kung ano man yan na um, halos lahat naman kasi talaga ang punot dulo niyan, fear. So, what if you're no longer scared of those feelings? Diba? Because you know that you can, you'll be okay. You'll be okay with it. You can relax it. You can be compassionate sa sarili mo. You can be kind to yourself. You can forgive yourself. And isa ko pang natutunan, aside sa kumbaga pag-embrace ng feelings, pag-embrace ng humanity ko, ay lahat ng feelings 100% caused by my thoughts. Dati akala ko, pag nasaktan ako, pag natakot ako, o kung ano man na ma-feel ko, it's because of what other people said or did or because of the situation. Ganun lagi external. So, kumbaga ako, lagi akong victim. Lagi akong effect ng nangyayari sa labas, which was even scarier. Tapos, hanggat sa hindi nagbabago yung tao, hanggat hindi sa nagbabago yung sitwasyon, I, I couldn't feel better kasi nga, dependent sa labas lagi yung feelings ko. Yan yung dati. And then, na-realize ko, hindi kasi, if I have a scary thought, 100% I will have a scary feeling. If I have an angry thought, 100% I'll have an angry feeling. If I have a happy thought, I'll have a happy feeling. If I have a grateful thought, I'll have a grateful feeling. Hindi pa nangyari na nagkaroon ako ng grateful thought tapos angry feeling. Nakaka-relate ba kayo doon? So doon ko na-realize, oo nga no, my feelings are 100% caused by my thought. And na-realize ko din, ang thought, karamihan sa thought natin na pumapasok dyan, hindi natin kontrolado. So, dati pag may naisip akong negative, ginajudge ko na yung thought, ginajudge ko sarili ko, ginajudge ko lahat. Nire-resist ko, umalis ka dyan. Di ba? Tapos biniblame ko sarili ko, ba't ko naisip yan? But no, pansinin mo, di ba? Minsan wala ka namang iniisip about someone na yan, tapos biglang sasagi na lang dyan. O biglang may papasok na memory. Most of our thoughts, random. Di ba? So kahit anong control at kahit anong meditation na gawin mo, talagang may mga papasok dyan na thoughts. Okay, so instead of judging them, etc., just be aware. Yun yung natutunan ko, thought. Okay, and because, natutunan ko na din na ang thought, hindi yan yung reality. Okay? Ang iba, syempre, malalaman mo kung yan talaga yung reality because it's what the present moment is. Yan, okay, ito yung reality, ito yung kailangan kong i-address now. Ito yung kailangan ng anak ko, ito yung kailangan ng business ko, ito yung kailangan ng asawa ko, ito yung kailangan ng health ko. But other than that, di ba, maraming mga assumptions, mga thoughts, mga fears, etc. are just thought, mind-made. So you don't need to believe them. So yun yung natutunan ko, no? So, but most importantly, yung sobrang laking realization ko talaga is that I will always have negative thoughts. I will always have negative emotions. I will always have fearful thoughts. Kasi ganun tayo bilang tao. Hindi mo matatakasan yan kahit paanong ilampung personal development ang gawin mo. Diba? It's part of human nature. It's part of human nature to have frailties, to make mistakes, to have moods. Yan. Minsan di natin maintindihan bakit moody ka, di ba? So, yung mga ganyan, kumbaga, tanggap ko na. And yun yung biggest realization ko, I will always have this and it's okay. Of course, I will have this because I am human. Nung matutunan ko how to embrace all of me, all my ups and downs, all my, kumbaga, my strengths and weaknesses, dun naging madali. Naging madali yung pag-embrace sa mga trials. Doon naging madali yung pag-embrace sa mga ups and downs. Kapag may mga stress na, sobrang naging madali when I said, okay, of course I am human. Of course I'm going to experience this. So I stopped taking things personally kasi it's part of being human. Diba? So I stopped judging myself kung may mistakes ako o kung may anuman akong naisip o na-feel. Yun nga, I allow, diba? I embrace it. I allow myself to feel the feelings. And then I just get over it as soon as I can. Not because I hate them, just it's because mas madali for me na kumbaga mag-bounce back ng mas mabilis. Okay, so yun yung mga nakatulong sa akin. Allow them, but get over them as soon as I can. So, I hope may mga nakpulot kayo na pwede nyo ding magamit sa journey ninyo, whether it's in your career or business or sa next stage ng buhay nyo. Maybe you're not happy in your career, or maybe you're thinking of starting your own business, or maybe you want to kumbaga level up your relationships, or your personal development, or your health, your mental health, it can be done. Diba? You can learn it. You have the ability to learn. Diba? And kung hindi man bullseye ka agad, yan. Even from that, that's a lesson. That's a gift. That's an opportunity for you to see what you haven't seen before, to learn what you need to learn. Okay, so don't be scared. Don't be scared. And always remember kung ano man yan na mistake, kung ano man yan na failure, kung ano man yan na sabihin ng ibang tao, kung ano man yan na thought or feeling na sumagi sa'yo, na natakot ka ulit. Always remember this. You can handle anything. You can handle anything. Pansinin mo, ilang pong beses ka na ba nagkaroon ng challenge sa buhay mo in the past? Oh, ilang beses mo nalagpasan yun? O, di ba? 100% okay ka. Right? So you can handle anything, so don't be scared. Right? And even if you feel scared, that's okay. Do it scared. Do it scared. And that will help you to be more confident. And of course, the more you do, the more you learn, the more confident you become, dyan mo nakikita yung lasting change talaga. Yung impact ng actions mo. So, yan yung mga gusto kong i-share today. If you need one-on-one support or couples coaching, yan. So, I provide one-on-one and couples coaching kung gusto nyo ng support sa starting over, or maybe in building your confidence to start over, or building your consistency in your actions. Contact me, and then we can talk about how coaching can help your specific needs. So that's it for now. I'm very excited for the next episode, which is what? All about surrender. Yes, grabe. Sobrang excited ako for the next episode. It's with one of my favorite persons in the world. She will teach us the art of surrender, how we can gain strength and peace even during times of uncertainty. So kita-kita tayo doon. Happy New Year ulit. Thank you so much for listening to Realizations with Clarissa today. I'll be back next week with more well-being, relationship, productivity, and quiet mind tips to help you get the most out of life. For now, please remember to follow and subscribe. Please share the podcast with your friends o kung sino man na alam mo na pwedeng matulungan ang podcast na to. Love you and have a great week.